Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. Gizmo wants to help if he can. He shouldn't need to remind you that he needs scrap to finish the Mekton, and it's your job to get him some. That's the leftover you're looking for. Fine time to be outside. Don't look down. Gross. This place stinks. Hard to believe this is all here. Too tight, and the rope tips. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath puddles of oily goo where you can use the net. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the STEEPDEEPO. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature whereabouts. What a wonderful day! The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Enough of that. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. This Mekton knows how to move. Looks like you do, too. That over there is STEEPDEEPO, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to.
in moog. Diava.
Let's see.
Mich.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Badam wagumo nash vaya.
Claims he goes after the most dangerous game, huge monsters.
Badam wagumo nash vaya.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Mishaku hare zavania domozagula imabella.
Out there with the monsters, it's kill or be killed. Which will it be for you?
Lech.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Waxan nach kale zegi. La fea nuch.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss.
Mustak bala.
When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies.
Silogo bartinea falish.
Worries that when the world dies, there won't be any monsters left. What will he shoot then?
E canisala vai. Silogo bartinea falish.
Gets why you're thinning the herd so hard, but he wishes you'd leave some monsters for everybody else.
Silogo bartinea falish. Waxan mar malva cherry.
Approves of you working with the Jagni. They have the hunting spirits of a flock of hawks. Enjoys it when he gets the chance, though they're not much good against monsters. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a scrip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the scrips seem to have acclimatized themselves to the otherwise uninhabitable dead zone. Conserve your wind. Wait, it's the SOVIPHOLUP. Place is just filled with critters. Great shot. You don't get to wander below ground like this every day. That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Need the right key? When a story comes to you, pay attention. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Hold on to it. Lock, unload. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. You sit down too long, you might not get up. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. Fresh air. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Use it to suck up gooey oil puddles in the Mekton's way so you can pass. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now, otherwise he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. He asks you to not even think about taking on the Jumbo Puff on foot. You'll need the Mekton to do the job. Take his word for it. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He got the idea to build the Mekton when he found a big crate containing the metal frame for something Toxanol had named an exoskeleton. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it. Says you look trustworthy. Might as well tell you where it is. Says you must look to the Tree of Life to know the state of the world. Happy to have someone as tough as you ready to help raise everything to the ground. Seems surprised you have to go. Gizmo wants to help if he can. You need to help Gizmo defeat the Jumbo Puff before it destroys the West Route. We'll be around when you return. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says goodbye to you.